The Russian Navy might not play a huge role in the Russian invasion of Ukraine, but it's certainly a force to reckon with. After all, the Russian Navy owns and operates some of the most powerful vehicles, including nuclear submarines, that are capable of staying submerged underwater for months. In this video, we look at the powerful Typhoon nuclear submarine that could be a game changer in any war. Stay tuned. At over 175 meters long, the world's largest submarine is almost twice the length of a standard rugby union pitch. The Dmitry Donskoy is far narrower than it is long at 25 meters, but don't be fooled by its streamlined design. This submarine can displace 48,000 tons of water. While it can carry a crew of 160 men at a maximum speed of 27 knots when submerged or 22 knots at the surface, it's not built for traversing the world's oceans. Instead, it's built to sit in hostile environments for months. Think the Arctic Circle. Power comes from a pair of OK-650 reactors, which, unlike your car that almost certainly uses an engine or motor, relies on splitting atoms' nuclei. Fuel comes from 21 to 45% enriched uranium-235, and each reactor produces 190 megawatts of thermal power. With a solar panel producing around 200 watts, that's about 1.9 million solar panels worth of power, assuming it's a sunny day. For car fans, that's around 50,000 horsepower or more than 300 modestly powered family hatchbacks. It was first commissioned in 1980 and is the only remaining submarine of its type in service, although 2 still sit on the side as reserves. Another 3 have been retired, while the 7th of its type never made it to production. This single submarine is the oldest of the bunch, with the others being built over the next decade. Its purpose was to defeat enemies during the Cold War, an answer to America's Ohio-class submarine known locally as the Akula, which means shark. The average ocean depth is over 3,600 meters, and the deepest section in the Mariana Trench is over 11,000 meters deep. You might be surprised that this submarine is only tested to 900 meters then, but that's with good reason. Light struggles to reach these depths, making it almost invisible to spot, but the pressure is over 9 megapascals, or around 90 times that of the surface. In 1990, Russia began rework on this giant piece of engineering in a process that took over a decade. It wasn't until 2002 that it was relaunched, almost entirely rebuilt, bringing it in line with modern standards and fitting it with the latest hardware. It's capable of launching ballistic missiles anywhere in the world, although this is very much only used for practice purposes. There are no less than 20 launchers on board for the RSM-56 Bulava ballistic missile, which may sound like a bunch of jargon, but let me break that down for you. Each missile measures around 12 meters in length and 2 meters in diameter, weighing over 36 tons. It's good for targets over 8,000 kilometers away. In other words, it can almost scale the North Pacific Ocean, reaching the coastline of Japan from the western sands of California. Other armament includes 4 21-inch torpedo tubes and 2 26-inch torpedo tubes. To keep everything moving, the crews have completed many tests since its relaunch. 27 September 2005 saw the first Bulava missile test from the surface of the White Sea off the north coast of Russia near Finland. Its first underwater firing followed on 21 December 2005 on the Kara test range on the far side of Russia. A further and this time failed test in 2009 resulted in a spiraling blue light, which was spotted from Norway and Sweden. Captured in photographs, the people lucky enough to have seen this said it looked like a blue light emanating from behind the mountains, stopping midair before spiraling outwards. Lasting around 10 minutes and covering a large area of northern Norway, one of the country's famous astronomers had initially believed it to have been a never-before-seen variant of the Northern Lights. 2010 saw, once again, successful attempts at shooting targets back at the Kara test range. While crews are trained to deal with immensely powerful weapons, they're also expected to live inside the submarine for long spells of time. After all, it's capable of staying submerged for 120 days, if not more. That's around 4 months. You might not expect such a utilitarian vessel to be so lavishly equipped, but it's no hostile environment. Nicknamed the Floating Hilton, because accommodation is so good, crews can expect similar styles of luxury to ships that occupy the water surface. Wooden panels line many of the walls, and plush padded chairs take the place of hard-wearing plastic alternatives. The doorways are even fully sized, which is a real luxury in the military world. It doesn't stop there, though. On rest days, or even on work days, the crew can get a full workout in using the onboard gym before taking a dip in the submarine's indoor swimming pool. Yes, an underwater swimming pool. It might only be around 2 feet deep, but the pool is designed to help relax the workers and to provide them with a sense of familiarity. This is all before heading off to the sauna. but this is soon to become history as the Typhoon-class submarine makes way for the newer and smaller Bosporhous class. What this means is that Russia's Typhoon will likely hold the title for the world's largest submarine for many years yet, even beyond its retirement, which is set to be sometime during or after 2026. Looking toward the future, plans have been submitted for another Russian-built submarine that would absolutely dwarf the Typhoon-class submarine by comparison. Twice the length, the suggested vessel is not intended to be a military vehicle, but rather a transportation device for liquid natural gas under the Arctic ice. There's no word on the possibility or feasibility of this yet, but one thing's for sure, it would be almost immune to piracy, making it one of the safest ways to carry expensive resources around the world. What are your thoughts on the Typhoon-class submarines? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.